everybody, and welcome to another journal with me. In this video, I'm going to be documenting my day at the Travelers Company experience. And really quickly, while we're on this, I just want to kind of tell you that I used the envelope that I had. I had gotten two of these extra like gift bag envelope things. And I'm gluing one part of it down right now, and then the other side of the envelope I glued to the cover, as well as the second like little tie string thing. I glued it to the back of the notebook so that I could number one, it looked like the actual gift bag from the event, and then number two, I could actually like use it to seal the notebook closed. And I thought it had a really cool effect. I didn't need two of these just sitting around in my stash, so I decided to cut it up and use it. And I have a bunch of this colored paper from a spiral notebook that I was gifted from a caravan event where you got to make your own spiral notebook. So all of the colored papers that I'm using are actually from like Travelers Company, like them from their custom caravan spiral notebook things. So I thought that was really, really fun. And I just chose some bright, pretty spring colors. So I also had two of these like brochure things, and I decided to cut one apart and use it. And I actually really, really think it's cool. I think I used like 3 or 4 different pieces. And then right here, I'm actually using a gift bag that I did not get at this particular event. I was sent it. I had gotten something in the mail from, I think it was Mitts, had sent me something. And you can see Emmett brought me some flowers. He's always bringing me dried flowers that he finds in the yard to dry. So he just was dropping off some flowers for me. But this was a gift bag from the actual shop, and so I cut that apart and decided to use it in this notebook as well. Originally, I had not planned on using an entire notebook to document a 2-hour event. But once I got home and started going through all my stuff and realized that I had a lot of Travelers Company, Travelers Factory stuff, and I got quite a bit while I was there. And I took, enough photos to kind of make it worth it. I decided to just go ahead and go for it. I had this half trip insert in my stash, and I decided to just go for it. I wanted to use the time to create and document this really, really special day because it was a lot of fun. And I had stamped all in this insert anyway, and I could not think of a reason to use this notebook with a bunch of these like random stamps in it. And in the end, I decided to just use it to document the day. So I really think it turns out fun. I really want to apologize. I feel like I was moving really, really quickly. This video was 30 minutes long originally, and I sped it up to exactly half of that time. So I was moving really quickly while I was filming, and then when I sped it up, I feel like I'm moving even faster. So I'm sorry if I am making you car sick by watching this. But yeah, I don't finish the notebook. I didn't do any of the journaling or anything, and I'm sure there will be final touches. But once it's completed, I will definitely do a flip through of this again. But I want it to do like a journal with me video as like my last video before I go on maternity leave, and I figured why not? This one is going to be a lot of fun. Everybody loves journal with me's, and pretty much everybody loves anything to do with the Travelers Company. So I figured this was the best way to kind of go out with a bang. So that's what I'm doing. I have a lot of samples of this Travelers Company or Travelers Factory washi tape. I'm very lucky to have so much of it, and I combined it onto one big tag that I had in my stash so I could see it all in one place at one time. And I really love that because I can see it all, and I used all of it in this notebook, which is really, really great. And I'm gluing this glassine envelope down that has some of that Pan Am washi on it that has the Pan Am tag. I didn't know what I was going to do with that tag anyway, so I decided to just glue it into the notebook as like a tactile thing, and then just kind of use some of the Pan Am washi that I have. And maybe I will talk about how I have a Pan Am blue and I bought it before it was a big deal, and how I love Pan Am everything and how it really was special and blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll do that type of journaling on this particular layout right here. We'll see. But yeah, I had no idea what I was going to use that Pan Am tag for, but I had to have it. I did. So yeah, I'm just really making an effort to use as much of this washi tape as possible, because how fitting, to use the actual washi tape from, the store. It's when am I ever going to use it again? It's not like I'm going to go to Japan in the next year or two, even, probably. So being able to freely use all of this stuff where it makes sense was really freeing and really exciting, because a lot of I journal, I tend to be very practical. Like, if it doesn't make sense in what I'm writing about or what the picture is about, I tend to not want to use a particular item, because I want it to make sense and be kind of cohesive. And being able to just use all of this stuff, without having to go to Japan and visit the actual stores, was really, really fun. I really enjoyed that. So, yeah, I used my own stamp that I had. Actually, I was gifted that probably 2 years ago now for my birthday, I think it was. And I do not use that thing nearly as much as I need to and should, because it's beautiful and I should use it all the time. So I brought that down to use, and yeah. Anyway, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. I am certain this will be my last video, probably for the entire month of May. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to figure out the new transition and routine once baby number 4 comes. Baby number 4 is still not here. My due date is on the 3rd, so I'm really, really wanting to not be pregnant anymore. I'm really over it. So I think I said this in my last video, but make sure you guys are following me on Instagram if you want any kind of updates. I do a lot more updating on Instagram in my stories than I do anywhere else. So if you want to stay up to date with what's going on, make sure that you are following me over on Instagram. I'll leave all that information down below. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this. I really had a good time being able to use all of these supplies. And the event was just so good. Even though I was only there for 2 hours, like, it was just so good. Like, feeling like I was in Japan for a couple of hours was just so much fun, and being able to see all my friends, and I just loved it. So that was really special. So yeah, I'm going to come back and cut this pamphlet apart again, because I want to make sure that I'm using as many of the supplies as possible. And I felt like this particular one really fit in the notebook because Traveler's Factory. And it's like their classic advertisement, and it just felt special to go in there. And so I glue that in there. And I want this almost to feel like a scrapbook for the Traveler's Company almost. And all things Traveler's notebook and just everything. And I think I succeed pretty well. Like I said, I didn't get to finish it. I will probably put the finishing touches on it when I go through and do journaling, because I didn't want to take up too much space, because I wasn't quite sure how much room I was going to need to do all that. So like I said, I will definitely do like a final flip through whenever I finish this. It may be one of the very first videos that I post when I come back, so that'll be exciting. But yeah, let me know down below if you have ever gone to like a caravan event, or if the Travelers Company has ever sent stamps to a store local to you. I know they've been to Amsterdam, Korea, Spain, Canada. I think they've been to Canada twice now. I think they're in Canada now. And then the event here, they've done an event in Australia, I think. So let me know if you've ever been to one of those events. I really would love to get your opinion to see how it felt for you, if it felt like the same for you as it did for me. You know, did you actually feel like you were in Japan for that little bit of time? And did you take advantage of the stamps? Did you meet new friends? This was such an exciting and unique event to be able to go to this little pop-up shop with, the Travelers Company. It was a sponsored event by them, and it just felt really special. And I know not a lot of people can relate to that because, in real life, the Traveler's Notebook community, like, it doesn't exist. For me, I have to travel 2 hours if I want to have a part of that community, and I don't know. Just, I want to know your opinion. I want to see how you guys feel, if you can relate to feeling like you were home for a little bit, because that's exactly what I felt like. So anyway, I'm taping this tag down. I really want this notebook to be as tactile as possible. I want to be flipping things and touching things, and I just really, really, really want it to be as tactile as possible, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to use as many supplies as I can to really give that feeling of, I don't know, I just love that feeling of being able to touch and flip and all that stuff. So I think I have glued everything down that I want to glue down. I'm just going through now and putting these stickers that I got from the event because I don't want to waste them. I don't want to put them in my stash. I want to use them because I love them and I appreciate them. So that's kind of what I'm doing. No rhyme or reason, just putting them down. There's no thought put into it whatsoever. Gosh, I feel like I say a lot. I'm so sorry. I have said that 1,000 times. Anyway, so there we go again. Gosh, I need a break. This baby needs to come out so I can have my brain back. So what I'm doing now is the stuff that I purchased and won. I wanted to save the packaging from that to kind of make sure that I remembered that moment, I just wanted to save everything. And I don't use everything, but I use a lot. And I really wanted that to be something that I saved. I think the only thing I wasn't able to save was the sticker from the map insert that I got, because you'll see I fiddle with it forever, but it ends up just shredding, and I just put it down and walk away from it, because I remember they used to peel off that plastic so much easier, but they just do not anymore, and I tried to take my time with it, and I tried to be gentle with it, and it just wouldn't come off. So I'm just gluing down all this other stuff so that I don't lose or forget it. This is a piece from that bag, and the piece before was from the paper seahorse bag that I got, when the items that I actually purchased. And yeah, I think everything is in that I want to glue. So yeah. I'm using this stamp again. This ink pad is so juicy, and I create such a mess. You can see it on the pages, but you don't see like me wiping the table down vigorously because it's a white table, and oh my gosh, it was such a mess. I had ink all over my arms, and it was just a mess. I need to be way more careful and conscious of like what is going on around me, but like I said, I was rushing to try to get this done as quickly as possible. There goes, just shreds. So yeah, I think I'm going to be done at this point. I'm going to show you all the pages again, and that'll be it. I hope you have enjoyed this process. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I hope you will check out my other videos while I am gone, and be sure to follow me, like I said, on Instagram so that we can stay connected. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for following along, and I will catch you guys next time, hopefully not too long from now. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.